Mikey with the campus across Australia. I'm so stoked to be talking to this young lady, Australian singer, songwriter, and can even add actress to her resume. Sammy Jade, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, great, thank you. Hey, we'll talk about the new album, which is awesome, and the new songs, but where have you been? Where's Sammy Jade been? We haven't seen her for a while.
Making this record, actually. Yeah, it's been a process. I mean, it always takes time, and I feel like artists have like two lives, like one's behind the scenes making records, and then one's actually, you know, performing those records. And so I've been like kind of in hibernation studio mode for the last year.
Now on this new record, we'll talk about it. You got some original songs on there, yeah?
I sure do, yeah.
Roller Skates is one?
Yes, and Let Me Love You's the other. And Let Me Love You's actually written by the guys who I wrote Firestarter and Soldier with. And they wrote What You've Done to Me as well. So it's nice to kind of bring it back to that.
Is Roller Skates about you on roller skates? Like, can you do it?
Roller skates is about someone else because I can't roller skate. So I'm thinking about another girl who can. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, well, I can't roller skate, so maybe the song's about me.
Oh, totally.
Well, so what is the story, though, about roller skates? What is the story behind it?
Roller skates is pretty much about, like... it's kind of, you know how everyone has a bit of an alter ego when you go out?
Yes.
And, you know, you feel like you have a few drinks and you feel like you're Beyonce.
Yeah.
And it's kind of about that, you know, about being like, girl on the roller skates, dancing all night and just being that alter ego version of yourself.
Now, the covers. Wow. You've chosen some covers. Tell us about those. Why did you choose those?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a process, actually. That took so long to figure out which songs we should go with because disco, I mean, there's so many great songs.
Oh, tell me about it, yeah.
Era, so we kept going back and forth, going, oh, should we do this? No, we shouldn't. Oh, should we? No, let's put it back on. You know, so the track listing changed at least 4 times. But I really, really, you know, these songs that we did choose, they all are songs that I really, really love. So it took a while, but I think we got there in the end. Yeah,
you sure have. I mean, the track listing is incredible. How Deep Is Your Love? My favourite Bee Gees song, might I add, just quickly add. So thanks for doing that. Yeah. Oh, we got that in common. Hello.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's one of my faves too. It's such a beautiful and beautifully written song. I love it, and I always have. And then when they were like, this is a disco song, I was like, yes, we're definitely doing that one.
Yeah. Is it fun? I mean, take us behind the scenes of making an album. I mean, I've always dreamt of doing an album, but I think the only album I'll ever do is radio bloopers. Take us behind the scenes of making an album. What is the process of that?
Yeah. Well, it's a process, you know, like there's a lot of parts to making a record. You know, there's obviously the sound bed, which is the track, which I don't do, but I do have a say in. So, you know, that has to be perfect. Then you know, obviously do the backgrounds, and then you do the lead vocal, and then you comp that lead vocal. So it takes a while, you know, and also if you're writing a record, I mean, add an extra few months on. But this one, the songs were written for us, thank God. So we only had to cover them. But it still takes a while because we had to make sure that it sounded like me, you know, so figuring out different ways to sing them and bringing like a different energy to the song and all of those things.
It's quite an interesting process, really. Hey, Sammy, stick around. We're going to talk more about your album and the reasoning behind your songs. We'll do it next.
Don't get caught checking out Mikey's profile on your phone. The Campus.
Mikey with the campus across Australia, thanks so much for joining us. And we are joined right now with singer-songwriter, she's Australia's very own Samantha Jade, talking about her new album, Best of My Love. Now, Sammy, tell me about the songs. Why did you choose them? Because the disco songs, they're big. Was it hard to put your take on those songs being what they are and who sang them?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And that's why, like, with How Deep Is Your Love, we completely flipped it and made it different because it is such a well-known, well-respected song. And I wanted to make sure it was my own take on it. So we actually soloed out just the acoustic guitar, and kind of took everything else out. And that was literally just to, you know, for recording purposes. But then we ended up just leaving it that way because we absolutely loved it.
What is the most fun thing about your job and your career? I mean, the X Factor, your life. I mean, you've just grown and grown and grown. You should be so proud. What is it you like about your job and your life?
Well, I mean, I love it all, yeah. I mean, I think I get to travel a lot.
Yeah.
That's a huge one, you know. That's really I'm very lucky. I get to travel and I get to see places that I probably wouldn't have seen, and meet some really great people, and ultimately I get to do what I love. You know, I'm up on stage living my actual dream, and I'm very blessed.
Has it gone the way that, going back to X Factor days, and you're thinking, okay, this is what I wanted to do, this is my dream, has it gone the way that you wanted it to go? I mean, you say, yeah, it has, or you never know what it's going to be, but you have that dream. Has it gone that way?
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, I pinch myself because this day and age especially, it's really tough to still be in music, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's 6 years since the show and I'm still doing this, so... I mean, that in itself is really amazing.
Is it harder for Aussie artists compared to, say, American artists? A lot of artists are going overseas, and I'm sure you're going overseas and stuff, but is it harder for Aussie artists to be, you know, fill, say, Wembley Stadium as an example? Is it harder?
Oh, 1,000%. I think so.
Why is that?
I think it's tough because, you know, I don't think we don't have as many outlets. I think that's what it is, you know, like American stars have all those, you know, late night talk shows and things like that, which really help, you know?
Yes.
So maybe it's just something like that. I think we need a late night TV show.
I'm available. I think I've got a face for radio though, so I might have to do my job.
Oh, no.
Tour. Are we going to see a Sammy Jade tour?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're working on right now, so I'm super excited about that. Don't have the dates yet, but you will know, just, you know, on my Insta. But definitely looking into doing a tour because I think this record especially is really visual. I think it needs to be seen. Will
you do a Guy Sebastian and go regional as well, or just go metro?
Oh, I think I'll go regional more.
Yeah.
I'm from Perth, and we never got people coming to Perth. So I know how that feels in a way, so definitely I'll be going everywhere.
Well, it's super exciting. Your new album, Best of My Love, the track listing is awesome. We're playing roller skates here actually on the campus, and I love it. Maybe I need to get into roller skating because it might work.
You do.
Yeah, although that'll end up on the DVD of bloopers. Sammy Jade, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the chat on the campus.
No worries. Thank you so much.